I enjoyed this bouquet for probably, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks. And all of a sudden it starts to get droopy and the blooms start fading, and you get to a certain point when you know it's time to take it out. But instead of just throwing it away, which is what I used to do, now I kind of continue making it last by adding new life to it, keeping the old plants that are still blooming, like this orchid, which still has several blossoms on it. And then I added, this is a hellebore that I bought, which is, you'll see in a minute, completely root bound. And I've learned over the course of time that you can be pretty rough with roots, especially roots this root bound. Just cut them up in several places and break them up a bit so the dirt can get more oxygen and the roots can branch out and get more nutrients from the soil. So here I'm just cutting it up on all sides. It's completely root bound. And then I added a hyacinth, which also has roots, but they're soft. So I can just spread them around a little bit before I put them in the planter. And it should be fine. So I took, the 4 or 5 plants that were in there out, except for the orchid, and just added the hellebore and the hyacinth. And I will give it some fresh dirt, a little fertilizer, and very soon you'll see me, once the dirt is all intact and covering all the roots, I then reuse the moss. It's the same moss that I had on the prior arrangement, just to cover up some of the soil. And I went to Michael's or any craft store. Also, the dollar stores are great. They always have holiday items in, and they're very inexpensive. And I went and got a few little things to put in the planter to make it feel like Easter, which is coming, or just spring in general. And I thought it turned out quite well. Reuse what you have, and I also don't throw the bulbs that I took out away. I plant them in the garden, and maybe they'll come up next year. So reuse what you have.